Hello, my loves, and welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today we're going to be looking at what have they realized about you and about their feelings for you. So this can be your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, your crush. We know that if you're in the process right now of some sort of struggle, some sort of obstacles in your path, some of you may even be in some form of no contact or separation. We know that your person is going through a process of discovery during this time, right? They're realizing certain things. And that is why I want to do this reading, because I want to see, I'm very nosy, I want to see what have they realized about you. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. Welcome. It is so wonderful to have you here. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Join this incredible family. Get active in the comment section. You will see that everyone, including myself, are very supportive of you as you are on this journey to union with that special person or to reunion with them. So today I have 3 groups for you, and please do be gentle with yourself because this is a general reading. Not everything may resonate. And today's theme is new beginnings. I know spring is coming. So we have aces. We have 3 aces here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So I will show you each one, see which one you feel most intuitively guided to. But if you're at that place where general readings are just not working, you really need to understand what is going on between you and your special person, because you might just be feeling emotionally exhausted. We all get there eventually, right? So at that point, I really recommend you have the live reading experience with me. I love seeing you on video call. It is the best thing that I do in my life. It is the thing that I'm the most passionate about, because I feel that for you it is incredibly transformative and healing, and spirit will answer all of your questions right there in real time. And I'm one of the few people who offers this because I love it so much. I also offer video recorded readings, so you can go to livetarot.com/readings and see my entire menu right there. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath, see which of these you feel guided to. So this is group number 1. Group number 2. And group number 3. Okay, so make your selection. We'll get started with group number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 that chose this image. Let's see, what have they realized about you? We are going to start with your tarot, and then we will open up these oracle cards. What have they realized about you, group number 1? Ace of Swords. The Devil. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like this person has definitely realized that some of their behavior, some of the things that have gone down between the two of you have been quite toxic, okay? And I feel like it has a lot to do with them, and I feel like some of the energies, some of the cycles that this person has been in. Interesting also because this has come as the central energy. I just feel like there is something that they are working out right now that's very dark in their life, okay? They're going through some sort of a cycle where they almost feel like they're trapped in a situation that they prefer not to be in, but it's almost like they've chosen to do it out of some sense of misplaced honor or duty or loyalty. Now, this can be a third party, but it can also be like, it can be a romantic third party, but it can also be like, obligations in a family type of situation, or something, something that is very toxic, something or someone that has some sort of a hold on them that, again, I'm getting the energy that it's like they know that they shouldn't do it. They know they shouldn't be there. They know they shouldn't say yes to this. But for some reason, there's something dark in them that is holding them in that pattern, okay? And because of them being in that more dark, more toxic kind of energy or toxic kind of space, I feel like it has kept them from realizing the full extent of what they truly feel for you. It's like it's there, it's under the surface, and they feel it, like they feel this draw to you. I'm getting this image of like, when you have like that, people use that image of like on your shoulders, you always have like two angels there. You have the dark angel, the one that's telling you to do something wrong or toxic, or something more on the shadow side of yourself. And then there's the light angel, the one wearing white, that is telling you to do the right thing, right? So I feel like I'm getting this image that that's what this person is realizing right now. It's like they've had those two sitting on their shoulders, and it keeps pulling them in different directions, and it's just making them more confused and more convoluted. So I feel like right now there's so much need to realize who they are so that they can better realize what they truly even feel about you. So I feel like this person's realization, since this is the central question that we have for this reading, is what have they realized about you? They're realizing how much they actually love you, but they're also realizing that they need to know themselves better. Like, I feel like this, whatever this energy is, the darkness, the toxic nature of whatever this is literally casting some sort of a spell upon their eyes. Like, it's like this devil's energy is putting some sort of veil over their eyes where they're not able to see clearly, even though they know that they love you. And this is why I feel like they're slowly, and this is a slower moving energy, coming to the realization that they need to clean up their thinking. Okay, they need to understand why their thinking is taking them in the wrong direction, why their mind is showing them the wrong things. Because I do feel that one of this person's main problems, group one, is that they don't see clearly. They may have a lot of feelings and care and depth of care and love and attraction and desire for you, but for some reason their mind is leading them down the wrong path, right? Like, there's something in their perspective, something in their mind that is making them make decisions that seem to always go back to this devil's energy. They keep making toxic decisions. Decisions that are not good for them, that are not good for you, and that are not at all good for the connection. Okay, so this is why at least we have this. I'm really happy that we have this Ace of Swords, because at least it is showing us that they are aware, because there's a lot of people who are struggling within that devil's energy in their life. Like, there's a really dark kind of phase they're going through, but they're not even aware enough to understand that their mind is playing tricks on them, right? That their mind is taking them down a road that they should not go, that road is a dead end. It's not going to get them anywhere, and they're just going to waste more time, and they're just going to end up where they were before, but not better for it, right? Just more depleted and more exhausted and more angry because they took some sort of a detour. I feel like this person is taking some sort of a detour away from you, and what they have with you is true and real and beautiful and honest, and they're taking a detour away from that into the realms of something that is absolutely wrong for them, whatever that might be. And only you know what that is, right? Everybody's journey is different. But I feel like, this has been slow going. Progress with this person is definitely feeling slow. And I feel like now that they are showing signs, I feel like they're showing signs of finally coming out or having a desire and a drive to come out of the devil's energy, because I feel like they've been so kind of like, like so caught up in that. And there's been some sort of a drama that they've been caught up in, that at least with this Ace of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles being on the other side, we're getting some desire to get out of it. Okay, it's time for me to move on, is what they're thinking. I have to stop letting myself be dragged in the wrong direction by all of this. I feel like they want to move on in their life, and they want to definitely move towards you, because they know that you are in the direction of all that is good, right? You are standing in the direction where this Knight of Pentacles needs to go, needs to head towards, which is Ace of Swords, a new beginning for your mind, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new mindset that really does throw this devil away back where the devil came from, right? Wow. Yeah, see, commitment. So I feel like this person is also very much realizing that the more they reach out to you, see how this hand is reaching out? So they know, okay, they know that your hand, and see how this hand is kind of ready? It's kind of there ready and waiting for the other hand to reach out. So I feel like they've also realized that you are the only person who has their hand reached out to them out of real love. Like, you don't want anything from them. You're not trying to manipulate them. You're not trying to get them to act a certain way. Like, all that comes from the devil's energy, right? You're not doing that. You're just purely standing there in front of them. With your hand reached out, saying, you know what, I've got your back. I've got you. I've got you. If you just trust me, if you just put your hand in mine, I've got you. And I think this person is realizing that you're probably the only person in their life who is truly there for them. There might be a lot of people around this person right now that they can't particularly trust. And so they're realizing that if they can put their hand in your hand, if they can make this commitment, that there are beautiful things on the other side of that. And that maybe they have been putting their trust or faith or their attention or their energy in the wrong people and the wrong places, right? Yeah, see, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is why I feel like this person, even though you guys may have gone through some shifts in the connection or some shifts in the energy of this relationship, there may have been like a push and pull kind of energy going on. There may have been like a period where, you were very close, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and then you felt very distant again, but then you came back again. And I feel like that push and pull is coming from this intense chemistry that is always there. It is always unspoken. It is always there between the two of you. And I feel like this is the chemistry, this is that magnetism that keeps bringing you back to each other. Okay? For some of you, I wouldn't even be surprised if you guys can never really stay away from each other for more than a couple of days at a time. Like, you might not be in contact for a couple of days, but that's about it. Somebody has to reach out. Like, someone's itching. Like, want you, them, both of you. Like, there's this itch. It's like, okay, it's been a couple of days. I can't do this. Like, I gotta see you. I gotta text you. I've gotta get some sort of contact with you. And that is because of this chemistry. Okay, they have realized that you guys have this undeniable, really powerful chemistry that keeps the two of you always coming back to each other with these hands, kind of like, like, I always need to like touch your hand. And that could be also just symbolically. It doesn't even have to be just physically, but there's this sense of like, we're always together, even though we may not be physically together quite just yet, but we're always together energetically, right? We're always with each other. And we can never really be that far apart from each other. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Yeah, see? So I feel like, again, there's this thing where this person feels like whatever the path has been with this devil's energy, whatever has kind of, made the path narrow between the two of you, as in whatever they feel is kind of blocking or making this a difficult path to come towards you, they're very much in their head about it, right? Like, they're constantly thinking, you know, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I say this? Should I say that? Like everything feels narrow to this person right now. They feel like their options have been very limited, but they also know that they themselves have limited them. And that's why there's this tread thoughtfully, like they're always thinking of their every move. They're always wondering, am I supposed to do this? Should I do this or not? Will this blow up in my face? So I feel like they're realizing that, you know, maybe it's time to get out of your head and just act from your heart, because the more you're in your head, the more every path is going to seem narrow, right? Your options are always going to feel limited. You're always going to feel insecure. And I feel like this person definitely has that. And part of the reason why they tend to even kind of be susceptible to this devil's energy is because of that insecurity, right? That insecurity of they're always in their head. They always feel some sense of insecurity, and that keeps them in their head feeling very like cautious and limited. And what should I do? And how should I do it? And, you know, see, face your fears. Release the power of fear. So this is why I'm saying this person definitely has a lot of fears and insecurities that have kept them in that devil's energy. And if that devil's energy, it's a third party, I feel like that third party is definitely playing on their fears, manipulating their fears and their insecurities to keep them stuck where they are, right? And if there isn't a third party, I feel like it's just their own mind, right? With that swords energy. It's their own mind that is keeping them also stuck in their fears. But I feel like they're realizing that it's time to let go, okay? Not of you, let go of the fear. It's time to release the power that fear has over them. I think this is what they are actively now realizing about you, because they realize that if they don't do that, then there's not going to be a future for the two of you. And I don't think they can live with that, because that chemistry just keeps pulling them back. So let's put their realizations into words. What would they say to you about what they realized? And if you could take a second to give this video a like and a subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. You have no idea how much it helps me, my family, and the channel. I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. See? So this is why I'm saying I feel like this person, you know, for many of you, they have only followed their mind and they haven't let themselves really follow their heart. And because of that, you may have given up on this person and given them kind of like the space to say, okay, you got to figure out what it is that you really want. I fantasize about getting a second chance with you. See? Again, so a lot of these messages are about second chances. Do I let you go? Do I accept it? Do I try to win you back? Like, what do I do to bring myself back into the picture? Okay, if they've been out of the picture. You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, they're constantly in that devil's energy, of course. Those beautiful hands, the warmth, the love, the chemistry. Of course, it's going to feel really, really good. So let's see. What else have they realized? Yeah. Okay. So there's definitely been a pause, right? I feel like this person right now, what's going on between the two of you is that there is a bit of a pause before this person figures out what it is that they need to do. So there is definitely this waiting for signs, waiting, like, you know, being in that kind of like pause state that, okay, if the next action I take, I've realized has to be the right one. Okay, I can't make mistakes now. This person they feel like they've run out of their chances with you, right? So if they haven't been communicating right now, it's because Ace of Swords, they're trying to come out of that devil's energy, get healed, get more, like, you know, I feel like they need to get into a much better headspace, because I feel like that is what's going to create that commitment. That's what's going to create that connection, or bring back a connection that may feel a little distant or lost because they've been so much in their head and they've been taking kind of, bad decisions from their head, I feel. Right? So if they're quiet right now, let them be. It's okay, because they are figuring out. It's like the quiet before the action, right? Yeah, so we're getting another energy here of them being in solitude. But you know what? Sometimes that's exactly what they need in order to finally come out of that devil's energy. Sometimes, we allow a lot of chaos around ourselves, okay? And when we allow a lot of chaos or drama around ourselves, then we don't get to see the truth until we're alone. And both of these energies are, okay, I'm going to spend some time alone to clear my head, to figure out what's going on without all the noise, without all the chaos. And for some of you, without the manipulation of the third party. Sometimes the third party is always in someone's ear, right? So when they're always in someone's ear, this one flew out. It's hard for them to get that quiet to really figure out what's going on in their own heart. And so while they are paused and realizing, what their true feelings are, how they want to approach you, what they want to ask of you, they're definitely watching you as well. They're observing to see what is going on with you. Like, they're dying to know, like, have you moved on? Are you seeing somebody else? What are you doing during the weekend? Like, there's a lot of observation, because that chemistry keeps bringing them back. They're like dying to know. For some of you, I feel like they're like, it's killing them because they're getting a little jealous. Like, if they think that maybe you've moved on or you might be seeing someone else. Okay. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group number 2 that chose this image, let's see, what have they realized about you? We are going to start with your tarot, and then we will open up these oracle cards. So what have they realized about group 2, Spirit? Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so we have a lot of Pentacles energy going on here, which to me is always a good thing, because, sometimes we get really caught up in our heads, in our emotions, and sometimes we don't look for a practical pathway forward, right? Like, how do we take these beautiful emotions we have, this amazing chemistry or connection we have, how do we take it out of just kind of like that fairy world, sometimes that fantasy world, and actually ground it in our real lives in a way that it can grow? And I think that is what this person is currently realizing about you. I think they feel like they've been held back for quite a while in their life. Eight of Swords. I feel like this person has become very aware, or has very recently come to the realization that there are many ways in which they have self-sabotaged themselves in many ways in their life. And also they see how that then became in ways that they self-sabotaged with you. Okay, so this person definitely holds back. Okay, holds back. And I feel, again, it's interesting, like even in this reading, I just feel like there is, again, some sort of a third party energy. Again, take that as it resonates. It's not for everybody. But there is something here about this person needing to hold themselves back from you as much as they may not want to. Okay. So for those of you who know that there is a third party obstacle, whether it's family, whether it's, geography. I mean, I even see geography as a third party, as in when you are, just long distance and you're not able to bridge those distances, you're not able to spend enough time together physically, that can be very much a third party because it is a block, right? So I just feel like there's something here that has been holding this person back, whether it's geography, whether it's financial situation, whether it is an actual person, third party, family, or ex, or current, or whatever it is. There is a lot of energy here around self-sabotage, around, not being able to be fully present with you. Like this person realizes that the more they've been cut off from you, or the more they've had to cut themselves off from you, the more they are longing to actually reach out and communicate with you. But if they haven't quite just yet, it's because they don't want to reach out to you unless they have something solid to offer you. Again, coming back to that Pentacles energy. This is about, who am I to open my mouth with you unless I have something real to give to you? That's not just words and castles in the sky and nice little fairy tales, right? So especially if, for those of you who there is some sort of a third party where there's a person involved, either your person is, trying to get out of a difficult, relationship that has been over for a long time, but there's something that is holding them together, whether it's children, finances, living under the same roof, there's something there, right? But again, this person, they're realizing that, if they are out of contact with you, it's almost like, why even bother being in contact? Why even hurt you further by reaching out to you unless they have something to offer? Okay, unless they are going to bring you into the situation as a team player, as a real partner. And for some of you, I feel like part of the reason why this person holds back from you, or you don't feel like you were like a major part of their life, is because there's something about their reputation that they may be protecting. Okay, this is for those of you who you might be in some sort of a third party situation where this person has a reputation or whatever. They don't want anybody to find out. They're very secretive. Okay, just take that as it resonates. But I also feel for the rest of you, I just feel like this person wants to be able to offer you a real relationship that is based on a true partnership. This is also about working together to solve problems, not just them holding themselves back alone, standing there by themselves. Oh, I can deal with this. Oh, I can deal with this. I'm going to put a veil over my eyes. I'm not going to look at the truth. See, look at this person. But I'm going to deal with this on my own. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to limit myself, right? I can walk away. I can walk out of these swords. These swords may be there, but my feet are free to walk away, but I still keep myself in this holding pattern. I still keep myself in this limited place. And that might be because sometimes they stay in this place because they don't know what to do. Even if they were to walk out of these 8 swords, who would they walk towards? Where would they walk to? Would they walk to you, or would they walk to whatever is the other situation? And again, that doesn't have to be the third party. It could be anything that is, again, making them hold back. I also feel that they've realized that whatever they've done so far towards you or this connection is a bit on the immature side. I don't think they're proud of coming from a page's energy. That's very much an energy of somebody who, doesn't act like they know what they're doing. And I feel like they've also realized that that's embarrassing. Like, I feel like they're embarrassed with the way they've handled things so far. They know that they haven't handled it well. They know that they've let you down. They know that they've disappointed you. They know that you might not even think as highly of them as you did before. And so this is why this person is kind of like reeling in a little bit of shame and a little bit of like they've lost respect for themselves because they haven't stepped up in that, king, queen, like that really masterful energy of, hey, I know who I am. I know what I want. It is you, right? So again, I feel like this person They want you to respect them. They want themselves to come up in your eyes, because Three of Pentacles is also that energy of like, oh, I want to be looked up to. I want to be respected. But I feel like I haven't given you any reason to, okay? And that's why they are down, or at least they don't feel like they've given you enough reason to truly, you know, respect them or think highly of them, because of some of the ways in which they have let you down. And I think that's their main realization, is that in trying to deal with whatever is all the nonsense they've been dealing with, they have truly let you down. Okay, they've let you down. Balancing act. Okay, so they realize that they tried to balance a lot of things and they weren't good at it. Remember, like I said, there's something about this person where there might be some chaos going on around them. You know, and they hold themselves back as a way of managing the aspects of their life that they feel that they've lost control over. So it may seem like they're always trying to balance something. It's always a balancing act. It's always like they may always act like they're overwhelmed. Do I have this? Do I have that? Oh my gosh, like I might have to put out this fire, and then, you know, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, like there's always some sort of an apology because they're not able to balance something, because they're not able to give you what you deserve, or haven't to quite yet, even though they want to. Okay, so that's another reason why we're getting that Page of Pentacles energy, because that's also kind of coming from this idea that, you know, like I have a lot that I'm balancing, and maybe I'm not doing the best job at it because I am not acting like a mature adult. I might be acting almost in a childlike kind of way towards it. Like I have a lot to learn. And I feel like that's another realization that they're having, is that they do have a lot to learn if they want to be in a position where they have something solid to offer to you. So see, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So see how I said how they've kind of lost respect for themselves in their own eyes. So I do feel that this person is also realizing that, you know, like they need to work on their own self-esteem and self-respect, because for whatever has happened here and the way that they've acted about it, and the things that they've done or not done, has definitely caused them to come down in their own eyes. Like I said, there is a sense of shame. There's a sense of embarrassment. Like, I don't know why I did all this stuff. Like, why did I not step up? Why did I act like a child? Why wasn't I able to handle this? I love you. I want to be with you. And I, without realizing it, either I pushed you away or I disappointed you somehow. So I feel like this person is trying to come up in their own self-respect, because they have definitely lost respect in themselves. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So I think this person is wanting very much to come into a better place in the flow of life, because I feel like that balancing act is the opposing energy of this. Is that when you're constantly trying to balance something that's out of balance, it's also very much like a temperance energy. How can I feel a sense of relief? How can I balance out the things in my life that are out of balance? And the answer to that is to come into flow, right? Is to flow and to not resist. Because see, it's so interesting that it's so interesting that we got this in the flow with Eight of Swords, because these are opposing energies, right? Eight of Swords is resistance. I am not going to go with the flow. Okay, I am stuck. I am self-sabotaging. I am my own worst enemy. Okay, I'm the one who refuses to budge. I am not in the flow. And so I feel like that's why your person is realizing that they've spent a lot of time in resistance, and that the only way to find relief and to find their way back to you, to find their love and connection with you again, and to make you feel that for them again, is to come back into the flow. Okay, it's to stop resisting whatever they are resisting right now, whether they're resisting their feelings for you, whether they're resisting, you know, leaving a particular situation or resolving a particular situation that needs to be, you know, done with, right? Battle of the Blues, take steps toward positive change. So this is why they have definitely been feeling very, very blue and very, very down. Okay. All of these energies have definitely brought this person down. They've been feeling down upon themselves. I'm not surprised. That's why they got the love yourself first, the self-respect card, right? And, you know, they're definitely depressed right now because, again, they are blaming themselves for a lot of their own self-sabotage, a lot of their own, the ways in which they have been their own worst enemy. And because of that, they feel like they have lost your love or lost your respect. And that also is very, very difficult. Like, it's a very difficult pill for them to swallow. But they do realize that it's their own making, right? So let's put their realizations into words. What would they say? And if you could take a second to give this video a like and a subscribe, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it actually helps me and my family. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. Okay, so for some of you, you may have pulled back from this person because they got frustrated with these issues that they were having. And maybe things turned a bit ugly. Maybe they said things they shouldn't have said. Maybe they were very hurtful. But there's definitely frustration. And I'm not surprised that that energy of frustration came out with that Eight of Swords, because Eight of Swords is a frustrating energy. I'm coming to you with an offer. Will you say yes? When I offer you my hand, will you take it? Okay, see, Page of Pentacles. See, this is what I'm saying. They do, like I said, they want to reach out to you. They want to communicate with you. But they might be delaying because they want to make you a true offer, right? They don't want to give you just, pipe dreams, like, fantasies. Right now, they may feel like they don't have something solid to give to you. So it's almost like, why come to you until they have something solid? And so I feel like for some of you, that's what they're working on right now. They've realized that in order to deserve you, in order to actually have you in their life, they need to come to you with a solid offer, something real, something that is mature, something that isn't coming from like a Page of Pentacles type of energy, which is like, well, I'm still immature. I still have a lot to learn. I'm still growing. I'm not sure yet. I haven't mastered anything, right? You're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share. You're my person. Yeah, so that's why this person obviously can't let go of you, or has not let go of you energetically or in their heart, right? Okay, so let's see. What else have they realized? Yeah, so they do have they've realized that they've also probably let their ego stand in the way. Again, so interesting that we're getting this whole line of energies here, which is about resistance, which is about being frustrated, which is about the ego getting in the way. All of that is all egoic energy, right? Self-sabotage, holding yourself back, not taking responsibility for the fact that the world is not holding you back. You are. That's your ego. You can't admit it. Okay, so I feel like this person is definitely realizing that their ego has gotten them nowhere. Okay, nowhere. It's getting in the way. It's holding them back even more. Okay, so there's a stubborn nature here, again, a resistant nature that is keeping this person out of being in that flow in their life and with you. So I think they're realizing that their ego has played a major part. So is their perception. They're realizing that their mindset, their way of looking at things is very badly affected by their ego, by all the resistance they have. The resistance within them is definitely a red flag within them. It's making them not see clearly. And because they can't see clearly, they're staying stuck in that Eight of Swords. So I do feel like they're realizing all these blocks, and there's definitely a desire to come out of that, to get back into the flow, get rid of this depressing kind of feeling, and to come to you with a real offer of partnership. Even if it is a page, it's somewhere to begin, right? And with that Three of Pentacles, it's like they want to earn your respect again. So that's all very positive. Yeah, see, they don't want to deceive themselves anymore. I feel like this person has definitely lied to themselves a lot about their situation. I feel like the more you are in that Eight of Swords energy, the more you're going to have to lie to yourself. You're going to have to deceive yourself, because that's what's going to keep you in a place where you are holding yourself back, right? The more you lie to yourself, the more you're holding yourself back. You're deceiving yourself because you don't want to make a decision, because moving forward and making decisions about your heart, about love, can be scary, especially if you feel that you're not in a position to do so, whether it's a third party, whether it's long distance, whether it's other obligations, or just whether it's bad timing in your life. Sometimes love comes along when you perceive it to be like the wrong time, right? But love has a way of just doing things on its own time, right? Whether we like it or not, right? Sometimes it shows up exactly when we think the time is bad, the time is wrong. Oh no, let me look the other way. This is not when love is supposed to show up. So I feel like that's what this person is dealing with, but they're definitely coming into realization that it's time to come out of it. It is time to move past all of these energies so that they can move towards you. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Everything is at livetarot.com. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose this image, let's see, what have they realized about you? So we'll start with your tarot and then we will open up your oracle cards. What have they realized about group 3? Three of Wands. Nine of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. Wow, all Wands energies. There's a lot of passion in this connection. A lot of magnetism, a lot of chemistry. You guys could be fire signs, you don't have to be, but wow, it's sizzling, okay? There is a sizzling connection going on here, and I really do believe, group 3, that you've probably been on some sort of a very intense and passionate roller coaster with this person, and it may have felt incredibly exciting along the way, but at the same time, you might be at a place where it's also very emotionally exhausting dealing with this person, okay? And I feel like they have come to the realization that you know this, okay? That you have finally realized that while they may be someone who is extremely attractive, this energy is very attractive, right? Like they are bold, they're sassy, they're outspoken, maybe like they have a very sexy vibe, right? They tend to be outspoken about what they want. Even if they don't say it all the time, when they do speak up, it's like a zinger, right? Like there's something about this person that just drew you to them like a moth to a flame, like a bee to honey, okay? Because they have that presence. But not only do they have that presence, but for some reason, their presence and your presence just gels. It just comes together. It is magnetic when you are around this person, and when they're around you, it's like there's nobody else in the room, no one. And when they smile at you, oh my gosh, it's like, like when they smile at you, you feel like it's like the sun is shining, and they feel the same, right? Like when you smile at them, it's like the whole room lights up and they can't see anything but that smile. There's something so beautiful and elevating about the way you shine to this person that you guys just have this mutual admiration, mutual chemistry and love. But the problem is that this person tends to have some sort of wounds and traumas that keep getting triggered. Okay, so when things, I can see that you may feel like when the highs are high, they're very high. Like, sorry, that doesn't sound like it makes any sense. When the highs are there, they're very high. They feel very good. And they can go a little too high, where it gets a little too exciting. Then the problem with that is that when the lows come, they feel very, very low. Okay, so I feel like there might be a bit of a roller coaster emotionally with this person. and they're realizing that this roller coaster is getting very, very tiring for you, and you're not going to want to be on it for much longer. I think they're realizing that as exciting as it may seem, as crazy the chemistry may be, that eventually you're going to want off of this roller coaster, because this person keeps having these highs and lows because of this Nine of Wands energy, right? They are very wounded by certain things. There's a lot of trauma within them. You know, for some of you, for some of them, it's, you know, from their childhood. From some of them, it's more from their adult experiences. You know, there's a wide variety of energies here, but ultimately at the end of the day, the reason why you guys keep having these very high highs and low lows is because that person has this unhealed part of them that they are not dealing with. They're like trying to push it down, repress it, because it's almost like, I get the energy again from this very fiery energy. It's almost like they act like, oh, I don't have time for that. I have this to do and I have that to. Like, this person may be somebody who can be even a little bit more manic, in the sense that like they tend to have like 10 projects going on at a time. You know, they want to do this and they want to do that and they want to do this. Like, they have all these things going on, but I feel like they do this on purpose so that they don't have to spend 1 second in peace thinking about whatever is really bothering them below all of that. You know how some people who have a lot of trauma or a lot of unhealed things, they keep their lives very busy, so they never have a chance to sit down and be confronted by those wounds, right? This is their way of forgetting the wound. This is their way of, you know, constantly running from the wound by keeping themselves very busy. But obviously, when you fall in love and when you are trying to have a relationship with that person that you have fallen for, that's when it's just a matter of time. Three of Wands. It's just a matter of time, because those wounds are going to come out. So it's almost like for this person, if they never want those wounds to come out, it's probably better they stay single and busy, because then they have nobody to, right? There's no opportunity much there. Maybe their family, maybe their friends sometimes. But when it comes to this love and romantic relationship, that's where it's going to come out the most. And I feel like it was only a matter of time, and they realized that now it's coming out. And with this Three of Wands, I feel like they've also realized that it's only a matter of time before you say, I'm done with this, because it's too much, right? It's just emotionally exhausting. So I feel like this person is starting to panic, okay? They're afraid that they're going to lose you. If you've already stepped back, they feel like they're afraid they're going to lose you forever, like you're never going to come back, okay? I feel like this person has not been, they also realize that they haven't really been listening to you. Like the voices in their head are so loud. Again, that Nine of Wands, I just feel like there's so much wounding there, and because of that, the voices in their own head are so loud that they can't really listen to you. And as a partner, they must listen to you, right? And what I mean by listen to you is like, you must listen to one another, and you probably listen to this person a lot, but are they present enough to be listening to you so that you feel heard? Okay, so if you have stepped away, or you feel this person has stepped away, it's also because they were not able to give you what you need. Everyone needs to be heard, understood, and validated in a relationship, and maybe they were not able to give you that. They weren't able to listen to you or understand your needs, wants, and desires, right? So I do feel again that this person, to me, there's like that manic energy, right? When somebody is just like so active, so busy, trying to keep themselves away from their own mind and their own emotion, of course they're not going to be present to listen, right? So yeah, see, I feel like this person realizes that at some point in time, they may have lost your trust, okay? You just don't trust them. And it's not because they've maybe betrayed you or done anything that feels like, oh, they've backstabbed me, or they've cheated, or they've betrayed, or whatever. But this trust is also about like they have realized that you don't trust that they could actually be there for you when you really need it. You know, like you don't have a lot of faith or trust in them. As much as you love them, you're not feeling a ton of faith or trust that they're going to be able to step up and be the partner that they want to be, the partner that you deserve. That, you know, their demons may just be constantly getting at them, you know, and holding them back from being a trustworthy partner who can be there as your rock, who can be there as the solid person that you have to lean on when you have dark times, right? When you need that support. You know, I feel like this person is realizing that maybe they haven't been there for you the way that they need to be, the way that they should be if they love you. So I feel like they've realized that they want to, almost like they wish they could erase this cycle that you have been going through. They wish that they could begin a new cycle with you. And see, we're getting this first light, and see, we're getting the sun. So this is, to me, this is a confirmation of what I was saying before, is that there's something about the two of you that just feels attracted to one another. Like I said, bee to honey, there's something about that ray of light that you both have. There's something magnetic in that sun. Like, you know, like when you're attracted to that light, kind of like, you know, moth to a flame, same thing. So I feel like this person right now is very much dreaming about what it would be like, or how they could possibly have a new cycle, a new beginning. And look at this, we're getting knowledge, seek knowledge. So I feel like this person is also, and look, you have this person with a book. So this, to me, I'm so glad this card came out, actually, because I feel like that is a great first step for this person who seems to be caught in that Nine of Wands, right? Like the more you are caught in your own mind, in your own wounds, the more you are triggered by your past traumas, the more you are being controlled by forces outside of yourself. And even worse, forces from the past, things that may not even be actively today in your world. And so I feel like seeking knowledge about that, educating yourself on, okay, why do I keep getting triggered? Why am I so wounded? How do I heal from these traumatic experiences is literally the first step in healing, right? If you never want to learn, if you never open up the door to say, okay, I need to educate myself about this. I need to figure out why I'm doing this. Why am I pushing you away? Why am I sabotaging this relationship? You're the best thing that ever happened to me and I'm pushing it away. Why? Knowledge, self-knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the beginning to healing. This person is definitely seeking answers now, answers that they probably have never let themselves look for before. So I think that's a really good thing. So let's take a look at what would they say to you about their realizations. And if you could take a second to give this video a like and a subscribe, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it actually helps me and my family. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold, see? So this is why I'm saying this person really feels like they have lost, you know, your trust. They've lost that loving feeling. I mean, literally, like they feel like maybe they have alienated you somehow with their triggers. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it, see? So yeah, they're very lost without you. But I do feel like they're coming towards, okay, I need to figure this out. Okay. I'm lost. I may not know what to do about it, but the first step is figuring out what is it that I need to know that I don't know about how to handle myself, how to handle this situation. Missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. Yeah, see? So yeah, there's a lot of love, lost love, pining, wanting you to come back, Three of Wands, waiting for you to come back. For some of you, there's also this waiting energy. Let's see, what else have they realized? Yeah, again, this is the second energy we're getting of them realizing that they wish they could release the past and have a fresh start, a second chance with you. This is the same as that first light, beginning a new cycle. Okay, so this person is longing for a second chance, a way to prove to you that, you know, they can come out of that Nine of Wands, that they're going to help themselves. They're going to figure out how to do it. They're not going to let these traumas from the past ruin, you know, your future, right? For those of you watching for a divine masculine and you are the feminine, well, there you go. Your masculine absolutely sees you as their divine feminine counterpart. Okay, you are constantly on their mind. You're very beautiful to them. Again, if you're the feminine watching for the masculine, this is a special message. You are their person. They are missing your beauty, your kindness, your love, that feminine presence, that feminine energy, which is very much like a ray of light, right? There's always warmth. You know, warmth emanates from the feminine, and the masculine needs that warmth, right? They melt into it. They'll do anything for the feminine that gives them that warmth and support, right? So I feel like, yeah, they're realizing that, you know, if you're not around them anymore, that they're definitely missing out on that warmth, that light, that beautiful feminine energy. I think they miss it. I think they loved being with it, with you, being around that feminine energy that you exude. To me, that's also just another confirmation of that Queen of Wands energy, right? There's something so dynamic, so beautiful, so alluring, that they just can't resist. And so that's why I feel like they're in a really bad place. If you're in some sort of separation right now, it is not a good place for this person at all. They wish they would have listened to you. Okay, with that listening energy, I'm also getting the a special message. I wish I would have listened to you. Okay, so take that as it resonates. And wow, look at that. So they're like fantasizing about romancing you again. Like, look at this. There's all this dreamy energy of like, oh my gosh, I miss the romance. I miss how we were together. I just want to flow. I just want to savor you. I want to go back to that, those memories, those moments where we were romantic, we were together, we were in love. Like, I feel like this person is just missing out on all of those very, very precious moments. And I feel like they're reliving them in their mind over and over again. They're reliving them in their heart, in their dreams, in everything. And I feel like more and more, it is just putting them in a place of like Three of Wands, like, you know, like, I have to, like, time is running out. I have to fix my issues because I want you back in my life. With so many energies here of new beginnings, of wanting to be in that romantic flow, a fresh start, of wanting to be in that beautiful, amazing feminine energy that makes this person feel so good. Okay, so if you'd like to have a private reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Everything is at livetarot.com. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.